Hello everybody, and welcome back for a thought for this week. You know, they tell a story with Yankel and his dear wife. They were around 50 years old and they decided to vacation. They're walking along the beach and suddenly an angel pops out and says, you know, Yankel and Mrs. Yankel, you've been really good people. Tell me if there's something that I can give you. Well, what is it? A wish that you'd like should be fulfilled. And so Yankel's wife says, I would love if we could have a vacation, a tour around the world, have all amenities provided for, first class, 5-star hotels, best restaurants, and poof, she finds herself enjoying the most wonderful vacation. And then the angel turns to Yankel and says, Yankel, is there something that you would like? And he turns to his wife and he says, please don't take this personal, honey. I love you, but I'm going to ask the angel that I should find myself married to a woman who's 30 years younger than me. And poof, his request is granted, and he finds himself 80 years old now. Well, I guess you got to be careful what you ask for. This week's Torah portion, we read about the commandment to Kohanim, to bless the Jewish people. Why were they, in particular, chosen to have this special power to bless the Jewish people, or to bless in general? And so, to appreciate this, there's a story, a famous story told about the holy Baal Shem Tov, that it was once heard about a person in a neighboring town from where the Baal Shem Tov lived, who would give blessings, and his blessings would be fulfilled. And the students went to verify this, and it's exactly what it was. They told the Baal Shem Tov about it. There's some super special person. Every blessing he gives is fulfilled, and the Baal Shem Tov asked that he be brought to him. He wants to find out the secret. The fellow came, and he told the Baal Shem Tov that he and a friend, who were both tailors and struggling tailors, and they decided to travel off to a distant town where they felt they had greater opportunities. And sure enough, they were hired and they worked and they did tremendously. And after 3 years, they had accumulated a great wealth. On their way home, they had to stop off on a village on the way, and there was a terrible tumult. Something terrible was going on, and they went in to find out, and it turned out that there was a fellow who had just passed away, and he had left a daughter who was due to get married really soon after, and the problem was that the son-in-law, the future son-in-law, was relying that the father-in-law would be there to support him, at least to get him started in life. And now that there was no father-in-law in the picture, he was saying that he was going to break the wedding, was not going to get married. It didn't make any more sense for him. And anyway, there was a big tumult, and everyone was upset and mourning and crying. And so he says, I was there together with my partner, also a tailor, and I looked at him, and he knew what I meant, and he said, listen, I just worked for 3 years to support my family. I cannot come home after having given all that up and come to my family with nothing. But I felt terrible for them, and I took all the money that I had accumulated in all this time, and I left it with the family, and I ran out in case I would regret my choice. And he says, ever since then, anything that I've told people to do or blessed them with, it's all been fulfilled. And the Baal Shem Tov said, now I understand. Of course, your blessing comes from a place of love. And that's the condition. The Zohar tells us about the Kohanim, that they are called Ish HaChesed, a person of kindness, because to bless, it has to come from a place of kindness. In fact, the very blessing that the Kohanim recite, before they give the blessing, they say, Asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu, God, who sanctified us with his commandments and commanded us, l'varech et amo Yisrael ba'ahava, to bless your people with love. Now, when you look in this week's Torah portion, it doesn't say anywhere, God doesn't say that you have to bless the Jewish people with love. It says bless them. But with love, doesn't say. Where does this come from? It seems they are chosen specifically because of this love. And so we know about the very first Kohen Gadol, Aharon, Aaron, Moses' brother. The Mishnah tells us something unique about him. Ohev Shalom, Rodef Shalom. He loved peace. He pursued peace. And so this is very much in their DNA. It's been passed down from Aharon to all his children and grandchildren, till all the Kohanim today. When you bless a person with love, for someone you truly care for, even you and I can both be a Kohen. I want to wish you to have a Shabbat Shalom, and that we can meet soon outside of this lockdown and segregation, and we can meet in person in Shul. Be well and have a Shabbat Shalom.